Welcome, dear viewers, to a chilling true crime story that gripped the Philippines and sparked global intrigue. On New Year's Day 2021, a young woman named Christine Dacera, surrounded by 11 male friends at a lively New Year's Eve party, was found dead in a hotel bathtub. Was her death a tragic accident, or was it something far more sinister? This shocking case sent shockwaves through national and international media, leaving everyone questioning what really happened that fateful night. As we unravel the twists and turns of this perplexing mystery, I need your support to keep bringing you stories like this. Did you know 80% of viewers watch without subscribing? Liking, commenting, and hitting that subscribe button with notifications on helps me continue creating these gripping videos for you. Let's dive into the haunting details of Christine Dacera's case. Buckle up, because this story is full of surprises. Our story begins in General Santos City, Philippines, where Christine Angelica Dacera, born on April 13, 1997, grew up as the second of 4 siblings. Raised with love by her parents, Sharon and her father, Christine was known for her intelligence, confidence, and vibrant personality. She was a star in her community, someone who lit up every room she entered. By 2017, Christine graduated cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Arts from the University of the Philippines, Mindanao, in Davao City. Her passion for the arts didn't stop there. She was a talented dancer, model, and pageant contestant. In 2017, she won a local beauty pageant showcasing her grace and charisma. 2 years later, in 2019, she competed in the prestigious Mutia NG Davao pageant, securing second place. Christine wasn't just a beauty queen, she had big dreams. At 23, she decided it was time to build her own life. She moved to Manila, rented an apartment, and landed her dream job as a flight attendant for PAL Express, a subsidiary of Philippine Airlines. Her social media posts, where she boasted nearly 100,000 Instagram followers, radiated pride and joy in her career. Colleagues admired her discipline and professionalism, describing her as an upstanding and professional crew member. Christine's social circle was unique. Many of her closest friends were men, particularly from the LGBT community. Asked why, she explained that she found it easier to connect with them, describing them as more genuine and fun compared to some of her female friends. This dynamic would later become a focal point in the investigation. As 2020 drew to a close, Christine planned a grand New Year's Eve celebration at the lavish City Garden Grand Hotel in Makati, Metro Manila. She called her mother, Sharon, at 11:37 p.m. on December 31st to share her excitement. Seeking her blessing to party with her colleagues and friends, Sharon trusted her daughter's judgment, believing she was safe with her work friends. Little did she know, this would be the last time she'd hear Christine's voice. The party began in rooms 2207 and 2209 of the hotel, with Christine checking in around 11 a.m. on December 31st with friends Rommel Galido, Gregorio de Guzman, John Pascual della Serna, 3, and others, including Louis de Lima and Clark Rapinon. The group started eating and drinking around 10 p.m., with Christine enjoying strong drinks like tequila and rum and coke. As the night progressed, more guests joined, including some who were strangers to Christine, invited by her friends. Even the hotel manager reportedly joined the festivities at one point. The celebration was lively, with music, laughter, and dancing spilling between the 2 rooms. CCTV footage captured Christine in high spirits, holding a glass of wine and mingling with the group. At 12:30 a.m., she called her family to send New Year's wishes, her voice full of warmth despite being thousands of miles away. But the joy of the night would soon turn to tragedy. On January 1, 2021, at around 10 a.m., Rommel Galido entered the bathroom of room 2209 and found Christine lying in the bathtub. Thinking she was drunk and asleep, he placed a blanket over her and returned to bed. 2 hours later, around noon. He checked again and noticed something alarming. Christine's lips were turning blue and her body was lifeless. Panicked, he alerted the 5 other people in the room. They attempted CPR, but it was too late. Her body was rigid, a sign of rigor mortis. Hotel staff were called and Christine was placed in a wheelchair to be taken to an ambulance. But her stiff body kept slipping, causing additional bruising. She was rushed to Makati Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead on arrival at 12:25 p.m. The devastating news reached her family. Leaving them shattered, the initial autopsy report revealed a shocking cause of death: a ruptured aortic aneurysm. A condition where the aorta, the body's main artery, dilates in tears, leading to fatal internal bleeding. The report noted healed lacerations in Christine's genital area, predating her death, and several bruises on her wrists, thighs, ankles, and knees. A faint needle mark was found on her hand, but its cause remained unclear. Despite these findings, the Makati police, led by Colonel Harold Depositar, declared on January 4, 2021, that Christine's death was a rape-slay case, citing bruises and alleged sperm in her genitalia as evidence of sexual assault. They provisionally charged all 11 men present at the party with rape and homicide, sparking a media frenzy. However, the autopsy report later contradicted these claims, finding no evidence of recent sexual assault or semen, only healed lacerations. The police's rush to label the case as rape and murder drew widespread criticism for lacking evidence. Let's take a step back to reconstruct that fateful night using CCTV footage. It's the only solid evidence available. At 11:21 p.m., Christine was seen with friends heading to room 2207, where they played games for about 20 minutes before returning to their own room. At 2:50 a.m., Christine and a friend named Valentine briefly stepped out, returning 2 minutes later after speaking with a hotel employee about extra bedding. At 3:15 a.m., Christine visited room 2207 alone, where a heated discussion occurred. 3 friends escorted her back to room 2209. By 4:13 a.m., CCTV showed Christine in the hallway, behaving erratically as if intoxicated or possibly drugged, according to experts. Her friend John Pascual Della Serna assisted her. At 4:39 a.m., she appeared again, walking more steadily. Moments later, she and Rommel Galito were seen in a playful chase, almost flirtatious. The final footage at 6:26 a.m. showed Valentine carrying Christine to her room, her last known image alive. The investigation took a controversial turn. Makati police claimed Christine's genital area contained semen, but this was later debunked by the autopsy, which found no such evidence. One officer made a sweeping statement, suggesting that with so many men and alcohol present, an assault was likely an assumption rooted in macho instincts that infuriated many. Several of the men, including Gregorio de Guzman, insisted they were gay, claiming Christine was comfortable with them as part of the LGBT community. They argued they had no motive to harm her, with de Guzman stating, "She liked hanging out with us. She was cherished." The hotel manager who joined the party gave a troubling statement, calling Christine odd and overly flirtatious with the 12 men present, including himself. This led the Dacera family to file a lawsuit against him. Adding to the controversy, Christine's body was embalmed without family consent before a full medico-legal examination, prompting another lawsuit against the coroner. Christine's family, especially her mother Sharon, refused to accept the autopsy's findings. They pointed to the bruises and needle mark as evidence of foul play, insisting Christine was healthy, having passed rigorous medical tests for her job. They believed she was drugged and assaulted, leading to her death. Social media amplified these claims, with some posts, like one on TikTok by user @Maderia, falsely stating Christine was raped by 11 men, fueling public outrage. However, the lack of evidence combined with conflicting statements from the men some of whom were uncooperative, complicated the case. The family also noted that Christine's clothes in the CCTV footage didn't match those found on her body, which her friends explained by saying she changed after vomiting repeatedly due to heavy drinking. The bruises, they claimed, could have come from her stumbling while drunk or from the struggle to move her rigid body into the wheelchair. By January 10, 2021, the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, took over, conducting a second autopsy and collecting samples for DNA and toxicology tests. They found no evidence of illegal drugs or foul play. On January 27, the Philippine National Police released a medico-legal report confirming the cause of death as an aortic aneurysm, ruling out homicide. The Makati Prosecutor's Office dismissed the rape and homicide charges against the 11 men on April 23, 2021, citing insufficient evidence. The Dacera family, undeterred, filed multiple lawsuits, including against the police and coroner. But by February 7, 2022, the Department of Justice dismissed all related complaints. The case was officially closed, with Christine's death attributed to natural causes. The aftermath was polarizing. Some condemned Christine's lifestyle, criticizing her for partying with 11 men, reflecting cultural biases in parts of Asia. Others speculated she had an undiagnosed condition, like high blood pressure exacerbated by alcohol. On X, posts debated whether her death was due to substance use or a hidden illness, with some still insisting on a cover-up. Personally, I find the case unsettling. The claim that all 11 men were gay seems convenient, and while it doesn't mean they committed a crime, it doesn't rule it out either. Without concrete evidence, accusing them all risks ruining innocent lives. Yet, the needle mark, erratic behavior, and rapid embalming raise questions. Was it truly an accident, or did someone escape justice? One thing is clear: Christine's life was cut short, and her family's quest for answers continues to echo. This heartbreaking case ends here, but its mysteries linger. If you've watched this far, thank you. Please like, comment with your theories, and subscribe with notifications on to catch more true crime stories. What do you think, accident or foul play? Share below, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and take care.